Welcome to my English class. I am Shastri, lecturer in English, Samhita Degree College, Rajamundry. And today's lesson is why people really love technology. Let us see that. Why people really love technology. Why people really love technology is the lesson for third sem, first unit, prose for 30 marks, 15 marks, 3 questions from 2 lessons. First lesson, Shyness My Shield is completed by M.K. Gandhi. It's completed already in my first video. And the part 2, lecture 2, this is why people really love technology. Second lesson. With this lesson, unit 1 completes. So this is an interview, basically a media interview. Why people really love technology? The question is very visible, very obvious, because human beings love comfort and a peaceful and pleasant living. In nature, the only creature is human being who wishes to live comfortably, peacefully, luxuriously. So luxuriously is a word, luxury. And technology, once which was considered luxury, is now dire need. It has become a dire need. It's a part of our life, an integrated part of our life. Where without internet, breath stops. It's more than breath for most of us. Anyhow, this is an interview. Why people really love technology? This is an interview with Genevieve Bell. Genevieve Bell by an interview with Genevieve Bell by Alexis C. Madrigal. Alexis C. Madrigal. An interview. What is an interview? Basically, an interview is a formal communication, a face-to-face communication, especially of an official nature. It's called interview. And it is many kinds. In media, there are celebrities that are interviewed by the channels. And a candidate, an applicant, aspiring for a job is interviewed. Now here, this is a media interview. A famous American journalist, Alexis C. Madrigal, is interviewing Genevieve Bell, a famous anthropologist and the head of the Department of R&D, Research and Development Department of Intel, the world famous software company, IT company, Intel. After serving as an anthropologist, Genevieve Bell joined Intel Labs, R&D, Research and Development Labs. And anthropologist, in the sense, anthropology is a science of human nature, human beings. What is their culture? How human beings have evolved? Ethnography. Human beings, ethnography. Ethnography is the birth origin, the legacies, the dynasties, their heritage, forefathers. Study of humanity, ethnography, origin, and the development of these human societies anthropology. Basically, she is a very famous anthropologist. Human nature, study of human nature. Therefore, she is able to successful to find out, to bring out the gadgets needed for human beings. Now, what is the need of a human being? She can identify better than the rest, being an anthropologist. She is very successful in Intel Labs, in research and development. Because she was an anthropologist, the experience which is well used in the labs, Intel Labs, she says herself. So now, this is an interview with her, Mrs. Genevieve Bell, by C. Madrigal, a famous American journalist. And he is actually in 2010, he joined The Atlantic. The Atlantic is a very famous magazine in those days. In 2010, Alexis C. Madrigal. He worked for The Atlantic. The Atlantic is a very famous magazine. Atlantic. He worked for it. And in 2012, he happened to meet and take this interview. And for that, Atlantic, a famous American magazine and a multi-platform publisher. The Atlantic is a multi-platform publisher. In 2014, he was promoted to deputy editor of The Atlantic. 2010, he joined. 4 years, he worked vigorously and grew to the stage of deputy editor. Now, he has been thoroughly working for COVID tracking project. Go to the online, search for him. Excellent information is available. And in March 2020, he started COVID tracking project. Of course, a collaborative effort to track the spread of COVID-19 with the US, with a team of volunteers. With a team of volunteers, he started working COVID-19 to find out that spread, how it is spreading. He is on the way now, on the job. Anyhow, he's a very good interviewer. Who is interviewer? Madrigal. Alexis Madrigal. Interviewee. Genevieve Bell is interviewee. One who interviews is interviewer. One who is interviewed is interviewee. So Genevieve Bell and Madrigal. He puts some questions and she answers. This is the lesson why people really love technology. So before we switch on to this lesson, we can go to some important technical terms. That is, early adopter. For example, early adopter. Bold 1, EARLY, early adopter. We are all early adopters. Early adopter, is the one who buys or owns a gadget or a device as soon as it is available in the market. An early adopter is one who starts using the product, by buying or lending, whatever it is, by taking, borrowing. An early adopter is one who starts using the product or technology as soon as it has become available in the market. మార్కెట్లోకి ఏదైనా గ్యాడ్జెట్ రాగానే, ఓ టెక్నాలజీ కొత్తది రాగానే, అది అవైలబుల్ అవుతుందంటే దాన్ని వాడేవాడిని ఎర్లీ అడాప్టర్, ఇమ్మీడియట్గా అడాప్ట్ చేసుకుంటాడు. ఎర్లీ అడాప్టర్స్ అంటాం అటువంటి వాళ్ళు. వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ వొకాబులరీ. నేను చెప్పేది జాగ్రత్తగా పదజాలం, టెక్నికల్ వర్డ్ జాగ్రత్తగా వినండి. సో యూబిక్విటస్ కంప్యూటింగ్, నెక్స్ట్ వర్డ్. To understand this lesson better, try to understand the terminology I am giving you. Ubiquitous computing, ubiquitous computing. Simply known as UbiComp. దీన్ని మనం UbiComp అనొచ్చు. Shortcut, UBCOM, ubiquitous computing, shortly known as UBCOM. Ubiquitous is prevailing everywhere. Prati chota undidi. To the Hindus, to the Christians, to the Jews, God is ubiquitous. To the Hindus, to the Jews, to the Christians, God is ubiquitous. Ubiquitous computing. Actually, laptop, contrary to desktop computing it's fixed somewhere. Ubiquitous computing or UBCOM is a concept in software. In software engineering and computer science, where computing is made to appear anywhere, anytime. Ubiquitous computing is a concept in software engineering and computer science, where computing is made to appear anywhere, anytime. Smartphones, fabs, tabs, laptops, cell phones, drives, pen drives, all can said to be examples of ubiquitous computing in opposition with the desktop. So in contrast to desktop computing, ubiquitous computing can occur using any device in any location in any format. Ubiquitous computing can occur anywhere, in any location, in any format, and any device. So this is a very important term. Technology has bestowed us with ubiquitous computing. This is one more important word. And next one is we can have tactile feedback. Tactile feedback. This is important technology. One more. TACTILE, tactile feedback. No, tactile means, tangible or perceptible to the sense of touch. Tactile means tangible or perceptible to the sense of touch. This is tactile feedback. Touch screens, touch phones. So it is perceptible to the sense of touch. So it is essentially a physical response on a device from user input. From user input is a physical response. Even if you are unfamiliar with the technology, chances are there you have a device with the tactile feedback before. Once you use the device, you can use. మనకి ఎక్కడ టెక్నికల్ నాలెడ్జ్ లేకపోయినా ఎవరో వాడిన దాన్ని బట్టి నువ్వు క్లిక్ చేస్తే మళ్ళీ వెనకాలకి ఫీడ్బ్యాక్, వాడు చేసిన ఫోన్ నెంబర్లు రావడం, వాళ్ళు చూసినటువంటి వీడియోస్ రావడం, వాళ్ళు చేసిన ఫోన్ కాల్స్ రావడం, పెట్టిన మెసేజ్లు రావడం, ఈ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ అంతా మీకు టచ్ స్క్రీన్తో. నీకు టెక్నాలజీ తెలియదు, ఏరో మార్క్స్ ఏవో ఉంటాయి, రైట్ సైడ్ ఏరో మార్క్ కొట్టావు, ఇట్ కమ్స్. ఇట్స్ కాల్డ్ tactile feedback. Very important terminology in computing. Next one, haptic feedback. That is also, we can have a haptic feedback, this also touch, but it is an input rather. Next word is haptic feedback. Next phrase, haptic feedback. Haptic feedback it also means touch, of course, but the use of touch to communicate with the users. Haptic feedback is the use of touch to communicate with the users. That means you are touching the phone is haptic, and taking the touch, the phone converts and sends, does the whatever work needed, tactile. So communicate to users or with users. User to communicate, you are the user. You use a computer or a phone by touching, by scrolling or clicking, that is haptic. And the phone, it responds. So the phone's response is tactile. These two are very, very, very important terms. Haptic feedback and tactile feedback. And one more is, we have a word node. We have a word node. Let's keep silent. So node is a device, any device attached to a network, computer or any device. Node, N-O-D-E. It's a computer or any device connected to a network. Any device connected to a network. So nodes, N-O-D, very important term, nodes. A computer or any other device attached to a network, connected to a network, any other device, attached or connected. To a network. So, nodes, haptic feedback, tactile feedback, ubiquitous computing, and early adopters. These are the basic terminology to understand this lesson. Genevieve Bell, she was basically an anthropologist, later came to Intel Labs. Coming to this technology use, she says so many things. It's around a 10-page lesson. 10-page lesson. I give you the summary and the synopsis of the whole lesson. Coming to this usage of this, elders, why people do really love technology? For elders, it's a boon. For elders, it's a boon. It's a voice to them. Old people are using technology for their telemedicine, tele-treatment, online, unable to go outside, sitting in the home, using internet, with the help of internet, through computers, through cell phones, they are taking medical advice. They are taking medical treatment online through doctors, from doctors. Their prescription and their usage of medicines and all, everything they are getting online. So it's really a boon. And one more is, one is medicine point of view. Second, entertainment. For youth, films may be entertainment. And for elderly people, reading, e-books. Internet has bestowed it a beautiful boon. It is a boon bestowed upon the elderly people. Of course, like youth and women equally. So, elderly people, they are able to read e-books sitting at home. They are able to get medical advice online, medical treatment online. And third point of view, one is medicine, second is entertainment, third one is, spirituality. Old people, when they want to know, when they want to make prayers, when they want to listen to lectures, philosophical discourses, they are switching on to internet. They are getting the speeches of monks, sages, philosophers, ashram, heads of different ashrams, of course, good heads of good ashrams, real heads, not pseudo monks. So, excellent philosophical discourses for their spiritual development. Elderly people are able to listen to the lectures online through internet. And fourth one is, financial transactions. Elderly people are able to transact money, exchange or deposit or withdraw money excellently through online banking. And Genevieve Bell uses here dematerialization. A word she uses, dematerialization. Very important word. Dematerialization. Dematerialization means there will be no matter. Matter in the sense, everything is matter, visible. So invisible. For example, one Mr. X, Venkat, he is working in a firm. The company credits his salary in the bank. He gets the message. By using either credit card or debit card, he buys something. He gets the goods. He eats something. His hunger will be satisfied. Where he did not use any matter, any piece of paper or coins. అక్కడెక్కడా కూడా డబ్బులు ఎక్కడ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ అవ్వాలా, ఏ మ్యాటర్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ అవ్వాలా, కానీ పనులు అయిపోతున్నాయి. దిస్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ డీమెటీరియలైజేషన్. ఇవాళ మనకి ఇంటర్నెట్ వల్ల, మోడర్న్ టెక్నాలజీ వల్ల డీమెటీరియలైజేషన్ అనేటువంటి ఎక్సలెంట్ ఇది జరుగుతోంది. డీమెటీరియలైజేషన్, మెటీరియలైజ్డ్, dematerialized, without matter, without practical substance. Practical substance akkada lekunda, just phone, just voice, just touch, things are done. This is a tremendous effect of technology, Genevieve Bell says in her lesson. And the second one, for elderly people, so medical point of view, entertainment, e-books reading, spirituality, listening to discourses, philosophical discourses, and the banking, online banking, everything is excellently done and their desires are fulfilled by technology. And she humorously says, Genevieve Bell very humorously says, elderly people are using Facebook. Youth is using equally or more than that Facebook. Really, technology has done a wonder by making people meet, known people meet after decades, after a long time through Facebook. You know a friend, Mr. X or Y, know him very well, worked somewhere for some years, or studied together, played together, ate together. That friend or known person, you happen to meet him or her after 2 or 3 decades in your life through Facebook. How exciting, how thrilling is that experience. This is made possible only by technology. Therefore, we love technology. Right. Elderly people, they are meeting their grandsons, photos. They are talking to their children, their daughters and sons. Therefore, she humorously says, Facebook has become less sexy by everyone's grandparents join it. Facebook has become less sexy, very humorously she says. Facebook has become very sexy, less sexy, not very sexy, less sexy with the interference of elderly people or interference of grandparents, either grandmother or grandfather, with their intervention. Facebook has become less sexy because they are chatting, they are talking to their offsprings, their children, their kith and kin. For youth, it is a negative point, disadvantage, disappointing matter. So she says humorously, Facebook has become less sexy as everyone's grandparents join it. As everyone's grandparents join it. So, elderly people point of view, that is. Next one, when you come to this, 74% of teachers opined that the academic performance of students, digital technology has increased the academic performance of students. No, definitely. Say I am teaching online. Most of the classes today, it's a global with the advent of Corona, the dangerous pandemic, there is a change upside down, global change upside down. In future, virtual classes will be 50%. In colleges, in schools, teaching will be 50% online. 50% maybe physically, maintaining physical distance. 20% counseling. 30% to practical teaching, 20% counseling, on and off with the students. They interact with the students for counseling. 30% actual coaching, face-to-face coaching. 50% online coaching in future. So, 74% to teachers. In a recent survey made, Genevieve Bell says, not you and I, 74% teachers opine, because of digital technology, students' performance is increased. And 73% say their courses in a study conducted by Cengage Learning. Cengage India Limited one. Cengage, in a very American company, very big company, publishing company. Cengage Learning, it says 73% of students have their interest involved in their courses. 74% teachers said academic performance is increased because of digital technology. And Cengage Learning India says 73% of students' interest in courses is increased. You are studying life science and you are studying MSCS, statistics, and your computers. Maybe in your respective field, your interest has grown because of digital technology. First interest should be grown. Your interest must be grown first. When you have interest, then you can study either virtually or practically. So interest is created, interest is grown by 73% because of digital technology. Very important findings. These two are. And regarding this usage, data usage or whatever it is, for the usage, their parents are paying. A youth, a young man or a child is using the internet, it is paid by parents. Genevieve Bell says, if one has to pay himself or herself for internet she is using, usage patterns will change. Because your father has charged or 499 or 599 data recharge, he has made that recharge, you are using freely as a son or a daughter. If you have to recharge yourself, your data patterns will change. Do they? Definitely they change. So Genevieve Bell excellently says, there is no field that computer has not penetrated. And as far as data usage or internet usage is concerned, different countries use internet in different ways. Now, for example, internet I am using for my book development. I wrote almost more than 6 to 7 books. For my knowledge, for my expansion of intellectual horizons, I make use of internet and I'll be browsing every time, every day. E-books and every subject needed for me. Sri Lankans, you take Sri Lankans. They use internet for horoscope, tarot reading. So, tarot reading is read, it is made by Sri Lankans. And internet is used for robo technology in Japan. Excellent technology. And in India for matrimonials. Internet is used for horoscope in Sri Lanka, for matrimonial purposes in India, to find a database wife or to find a database husband. Times of India is the first magazine that has used internet for matrimonials. Very good newspaper next to Hindu. The Hindu, the Indian Express and the Times of India both come parallel. So the Times of India, it has used internet excellently for its matrimonial purposes, matrimonial matters. Whereas the same internet is used by Lankans for tarot reading, horoscope, widely used in Sri Lanka, the internet for horoscope. And here in India, youth are using. But women, on the globe, on the planet, it is the women that are using more. 40 to 45, 44 to 45% women are using internet more than men. You know that? It's a data given. 40 to 45% of the world's internet users are women. And they spend more time online than men, 17% more than a month. Time, as far as time is concerned, 17% more than a month they spend, women folk they spend on internet. And they spend, it is women, 45% women use internet more than men on the globe, on the planet. So that it is to be understood why or where internet is not adopted. Technology adoption, technology non-adoption. Technology adoption is where people don't want a new gadget or device. Technology non-adoption. Technology non-adoption means non-adopting. తీసుకోకుండా ఉండడం, నాకేం అక్కర్లేదు, సైన్స్ అక్కర్లేదు, ఏమీ నాకు గ్యాడ్జెట్ అక్కర్లేదు, టెక్నాలజీ నాకు అక్కర్లేదు అనేవాడిని నాన్ అడాప్టెడ్. అడాప్ట్ చేసుకునేవాడిని అడాప్టెడ్, ఎర్లీ అడాప్టెడ్. So when you think of the places where technology adopted or non-adopted we can go, even today there is no surprise, computer is not ubiquitous అని కూడా కొన్ని సందర్భాల్లో చెప్పుకోవచ్చు. అట్లా ఎలాగా అంటే మనకి కిచెన్ ఉంది, సపోజ్ కిచెన్. Here technology adoption and non-technology adoption, when you go there, naturally technology non-adoption is where people do not want any device or gadgets. Here, in this context, Bell refers to the failure of Honeywell kitchen computing. Honeywell kitchen computing. ఇక్కడ కోట్ చేస్తుంది జెనివివ్ బెల్. Honeywell kitchen computing. Honeywell, Honeywell, H-O-N-E-Y, Honeywell kitchen computing. Let us see that. Honeywell, H-O-N-E-Y, W-E-L-L, Honeywell, K-I-T-C-H-E-N, kitchen, computer. It is invented in 1960. 1960లోనే హనీవెల్ కిచెన్ కంప్యూటర్ తీసుకొచ్చారు. అలాంటి మరి నాన్ అడాప్షన్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది? కిచెన్లో నాన్ అడాప్షన్ ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు అక్కడ వాటల్ కిచెన్లో కంప్యూటర్స్, ఇంటర్నెట్ ఏంటి? విమెన్ ఫోక్ దే డోంట్ లైక్ ఇట్. యూజువల్లీ ఇట్స్ ఎ ఫెయిల్యూర్ because Honeywell computers, Genevieve Bell refers to this case. Computing ante ubiquitous. Ubiquitous. Computer అనేది ubiquitous. ప్రతి చోట ఉంది ఇంటర్నెట్ అనేది. But there are areas where there is no internet, not used willingly, interestingly, heartfully. The place is of course kitchen first. ఎందుకంటే a recipe, computed recipe, no. If you are served by a robot, you don't eat food. వంట వండాలి, ఏది వండాలి? ఉప్పు కారం, పప్పు, ఉప్పు, నీళ్ళు, ఉప్పు కారం అన్ని తాలింపులు వేయాలి. అక్కడ ఎవరు వేస్తారు? నువ్వే వేయాలి. A woman wishes to cook, or a servant maid, or a husband, or a wife. Some human being must cook for taste, for human bonds, for harmonial touch in family bonds or in social bonds. So excellently Genevieve Bell refers, iPod undi, iPod God వేలాడదీసింది ఓ విమెన్ తన వంట తను చేసుకుపోతుంది. ఈ Genevieve Bell being a woman, she wants kitchen also to be automated to some extent. ఇవాళ మనకి గ్రైండర్స్, మిక్సర్స్, చాలా ఓవెన్స్, ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ గ్యాడ్జెట్స్ మనం వంటింట్లో వాడుతున్నాం. కానీ when compared with the modernization externally in the outside world, the modernization of a kitchen is just nothing. The modernization of kitchen is just nothing before the modernization of the external world, the world around you. So Bell says most of the women still do not want their kitchens to be automated, to be modernized. Therefore, there is a failure of kitchen level computer, which was invented in 1960. 1960లో ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేయబడిన కిచెన్ లెవెల్ కంప్యూటర్ ఫెయిల్ అయిందంటే కారణం the housemaids or the wives in the kitchen, the women in the kitchen, they don't want their kitchens to be automated. And surprisingly, interestingly, and humorously, one cannot marry a computer. One cannot marry a robot. Robots are best friends and selves and angels for Japanese. A robot is a device that works for us, for US people, for Americans. But for Japanese, it is a fellow worker, co-worker. No, by the way, meet Mr. Dong, my co-worker. He introduces the robot to his manual friend, human being, to another Japanese. They don't find any discrepancy, any difference between a robot and a human being. They are cells. They use, Genevieve Bell uses cells. Self. Cells is the plural of self. Cells. And co-workers. Co-workers. And angel. Robots are angels to them. They are selves, self, Atma. Selves, Atma. నాతోటివాడే నాలాంటివాడే నేను అదే ఒకటే సెల్ఫ్ అనమాట. ఇట్స్ మై సెల్ఫ్, దట్ ఈస్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్. సెల్స్, దెమ్సెల్వ్స్, అవర్సెల్వ్స్, reflexive pronouns, and of course reciprocal pronouns. Co-workers, నా తోటివాడరా వెదబాయ్ meet him అని రోబోట్ పరిచయం చేస్తాడు. ఏంజల్స్ అవధూత కింద లెక్క, ఎందుకంటే మనం చేయలేని పనులు చేస్తాయి కొన్ని. యూ కాంట్ ఇమాజిన్, దో యు ఆర్ ద ప్రోగ్రామర్, దో యు ఆర్ ద ఫీడర్, దో యు ఆర్ ద ఇన్వెంటర్, దో యు ఆర్ ద క్రియేటెడ్, దే ఆర్ ఇన్ సమ్ యాంగిల్స్ బెటర్ దాన్ యూ, ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ, ఆల్ దీస్ ఆఫ్ యూ. నువ్వు ఇన్వెంటరీ, క్రియేటర్వి, ఇన్వెంటర్వి, ఫీడర్వి, ప్రోగ్రామర్వి అన్ని చేసి అక్కడ తయారు చేసి పెట్టావు. బట్ ఇన్ మెనీ యాంగిల్స్ ఏ రోబో is greater than you and yourself. In spite of all this, one cannot marry a robot. One cannot marry a computer. One cannot make romance, make love, make harmonious bonds, make food deliciously with technology. So we can say internet is not ubiquitous. Internet is not ubiquitous. మనం ఫస్ట్ డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నాం యుబిక్విటస్ కంప్యూటింగ్ ఎవ్రీవేర్. ఎక్కడైతే మనం డెస్క్టాప్ని వాడలేమో అక్కడ ubiquitous ni మనం ఏ ఏరియాలో సరే anywhere anytime in any location in any format with any device you can switch on to technology through internet, either fab or tab or lappy or an Android or any iPod, whatever you take, modern gadgets, you can switch on. In spite of all this, so everywhere in nooks and corners of the world, in villages, they are developed now. There are antennas, signal systems, terminals. Every village also now full of technology, imbibing technology. And as we discussed already, 45% of women, they are using internet. Of course, more than men. In spite of all these things, it can be said, technology is ubiquitous, but it is not ubiquitous because there are certain areas like kitchen and human spheres like romance, spirituality, love and affection, human bondage in a family. There, technology cannot do anything. So they don't adopt. మంచి గుత్తొంకాయ కూర చేయాలి నువ్వు వంటింట్లో నువ్వే చేయాలి, నువ్వు రోగం పట్టుకు చేస్తే కుదరదు. సో అక్కడికి ఏమైనా కిచెన్ వెల్ ఆర్ హనీవెల్ కంప్యూటర్ పట్టుకొచ్చి చేద్దామంటే కుదరదు. So this is one of the angles she makes finally last paragraph out చెప్తుంది. And moreover, as far as technology adoption and non-technology adoption, if we can see that, let's have a look at this. Finally, let's have a look at the brooding of the lesson. See, Bell says that ubiquitous technology is not an entirely new phenomenon. తెలుసా మీకు? ఇదేం కొత్తగా కాదంటున్నాడు, ఇప్పటి నుంచే ఉందంటున్నాడు. It has been there for years in some countries like Singapore and Japan. మనకి వాళ్ళు కొత్తగా ఉంది ఇక్కడ. 1960లోనే హనీవెల్ కంప్యూటర్ కనుక్కొని వంటింట్లో ప్రవేశపెడితే అది పెద్దగా సక్సెస్ అవ్వాల. 1960s అంటే ఆ రోజుల్లోనే సింగపూర్, జపాన్ లాంటి దేశాలు ఇంటర్నెట్ను వాడుతున్నాయి. Now 2020, 60 years back, 78 years back, ATM systems, ఆటోమేటిక్ టెల్లర్ మెషిన్స్, మన ఏటీఎంస్ డబ్బులు డ్రా చేస్తాం. ఆ రోడ్డు పక్కన ఉంటే ఏవో పెద్ద పెద్ద పెట్లు ఉంటాయట, అక్కడ నువ్వు కార్డు పెడితే డబ్బులు వచ్చేస్తాయట, డబ్బులు పెట్లు మనీ బాక్సెస్ రోడ్డు పక్కన ఉంటాయట, అక్కడ బ్యాంక్ వెళ్ళక్కర్లేట, వెళ్ళి తెచ్చేసుకోవచ్చుట అని వెన్ ఐ వాజ్ ఏ చైల్డ్ చెప్పుకునేవారు. ఈవెన్ బిఫోర్ మై బర్త్ ఆల్సో చెప్పుకునేవారు. నౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ అంటే అర్థం ఇక్కడ ఇట్స్ నాట్ యూబిక్విషస్. టెక్నాలజీ అనేటువంటిది కొత్త ఫెనామినన్ కాదు, మనకి ఎప్పటి నుంచో ఉంది. ఫర్ ఇయర్స్ ఇన్ ద కంట్రీస్ లైక్ సింగపూర్ అండ్ అఫ్ కోర్స్ జపాన్. అండ్ షీ ఆల్సో సేస్ దాట్ ఇంటర్నెట్ ఇస్ నాట్ ఏ సీమ్లెస్ గ్లోబల్ టెక్నాలజీ. ఇట్స్ యూసేజ్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ కంట్రీ టు కంట్రీ. ఇక్కడ సీమ్లెస్ టెక్నాలజీ ఏం కాదు. ఇక్కడ సీమ్లెస్ అనే పదం సీమ్ అంటే థ్రెడ్ అని అర్థం ఉంది. సీమ్ అంటే థ్రెడ్, సీమ్లెస్ థ్రెడ్లెస్. 3D ప్రింటింగ్ ఇవాళ మీరు తీసుకుంటున్నారు. టెక్స్టైల్ ఇండస్ట్రీలో 3D ప్రింటింగ్ ఎక్సలెంట్గా యూసేజ్ అవుతుంది. సీమ్లెస్ టెక్నాలజీ అనగానే నో స్టిచెస్, నో థ్రెడ్, నో సూయింగ్ మెషిన్, నో సూయింగ్, నో మషిన్, నో సూయింగ్ మషిన్, నో థ్రెడ్స్, నో స్టిచింగ్. సీమ్లెస్ టెక్నాలజీ. మరి కంప్యూటర్ సంబంధించి ఎలా కుదరట్లా? ఖచ్చితంగా సీమ్స్ ఉండాలి. So, seamless global technology, its usage differs from country to country. It gives a new 3D technology which will be very successful, she believes. Genevieve Bell believes that 3D technology is a new advent, excellent technology, 3D technology. It gives a feeling, virtual feeling. It can be successful in future, no doubt. And its usage differs from country to country. People love technology because it gives a new voice to them. మనం ఎందువల్ల లవ్ చేస్తున్నాం టెక్నాలజీని? It always gives us a new voice, a new life, a new feeling, a new experience, a new pleasure, and of course it becomes a treasure ultimately. So learning through pleasure leads to treasure, which is possible with the technology, she says. And social media sites are helping them in unimaginable way. Today, social media sites sitting at home. ఇవాళ సోషల్ మీడియా సైట్స్ ద్వారా నువ్వు ప్రపంచం మొత్తాన్ని నీ గుప్పెట్లో నీ కళ్ళ ముందు పెట్టుకుంటున్నావు. Isn't it a vital and a tremendous change brought by technology? Yes, certainly it is a tremendous change brought by technology. Social media sites, they are putting forth the entire globe before you in your hand, which is made possible only through technology. And nowadays, most of the users, they love touch, tactic, and of course haptic. As I said, haptic or touch, tactic, and technology, haptic technology, or seamless technology, 3D technology. Social media sites are helping them in an unimaginable way, as I told you. And now most of the users love tactic concepts in technology. Touch screen, sensitive to touch, tactile technology in ఎక్కువ ప్రేమిస్తున్నారు all users. Even computer touch, even screen, TV screen touch, or from remote. Okay, smart TVs. And finally, no, she opines kitchen computing may not be successful as some are still conventional and don't want their kitchens to be automated, too much automated. ఇక్కడ కన్వెన్షనల్ థింకింగ్ అంటే సాంప్రదాయకమైన ట్రెడిషనల్, కన్వెన్షనల్ ఆపోజిట్ మోడర్న్, civilized, urban. So we can conclude this lesson by reviewing the statement of Genevieve Bell, one of the authorities of the world on users' experiences of people. Users' experiences, technology users' experiences మీద మాట్లాడడానికి ఒక అథారిటీ, ప్రపంచంలో వన్ ఆఫ్ ది అథారిటీస్ జెనీవివ్ బెల్. మీరు ఒక్కసారి యూట్యూబ్లో గూగుల్లో కొట్టండి, వెతకండి. యూ కెన్ హ్యావ్ ఎక్సలెంట్ లెక్చర్స్. జెనీవివ్ బెల్ యొక్క లెక్చర్స్ చాలా అద్భుతమైన లెక్చర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. అసలు ఆ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఫ్లో కానీ, ఆ కాన్సెప్ట్ ప్రాసెస్ కానీ చాలా అద్భుతంగా ఉంది. కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు మీరు టెక్స్ట్ వై పీపుల్ రియల్లీ లవ్ టెక్నాలజీ అనేది సెకండ్ లెసన్ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ నుంచి చదివి, ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇచ్చిన వొకాబులరీని ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ మైండ్లో పెట్టుకుంటే లెసన్ ఖచ్చితంగా మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. No, comparatively, let us admit that her style is complex because it relates to technology. మనం ఫస్ట్ లెసన్లో గాంధీ గారి స్టైల్ చూసాం, స్టైల్ ఆఫ్ రైటింగ్. ఇక్కడ ఈవిడ స్టైల్ ఆఫ్ రైటింగ్ చూసాం. దెర్ ఇస్ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ డిఫరెన్స్. దిస్ ఈస్ టెక్నికల్ అండ్ దట్ ఈస్ లిటరరీ. ఇక్కడెక్కడన్నా ఒక లిటరరీ స్మెల్ ఉందంటే అద్భుతంగా మంచి లిటరరీ స్మెల్ ఒక చోట కనిపించింది. మీకు చెప్పాను ఆల్రెడీ. Facebook has become less sexy with the interference of everyone's grandparents. Grandparents joining తో Facebook కాస్త లెస్ సెక్సీగా మారింది అంటుంది. అది కొంచెం లిటరరీ స్మెల్ కింద వచ్చింది. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద లెసన్ ఫైనల్లీ. Computing is ubiquitous. Computing is ubiquitous, no doubt. But still, there are some areas where it is not ubiquitous. Take example, teaching. There are some human areas that don't want to be automated, that they don't want to be computerized, that they don't want to be modernized, that they want to be conventional. There are so many areas of human life. This is one. Early adopters, we are adopting computing. As soon as any gadget comes to the market, we are buying it and using it. You are an earliest adopter, not early, earliest adopter. It is all why you love that gadget, why people love technology. For peaceful living, comfortable living, pleasant living, happy living, easy living. And Madrigal is an interviewer. Let's have a brooding review. One who interviews is called interviewer. Alexis C. Madrigal. Interviewee. One who is interviewed is interviewee. Interview చేయబడే వాళ్ళని interviewee. ఆ స్పెల్లింగ్ ఒకసారి జాగ్రత్తగా చూడండి. INTRVIEWEE. Interviewee. Interviewee. And interviewer. Madrigal is the employee, a journalist in the greatest magazine, The Atlantic. Joined in 2010 and in 2014 he was promoted to deputy editor. And Genevieve Bell, she is basically first anthropologist. ANTHROPOLOGIST, anthropologist. One who studies the human history, human nature. She said with her own mouth that she was successful because of her working as an anthropologist for almost a decade, more than a decade. నేను ఒక ఇంటెల్ R&D డిపార్ట్మెంట్లో, ప్రపంచ ప్రఖ్యాత ఇంటెల్ ఐటీ ఫోమ్లో రీసెర్చ్ అండ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్లో నేను సక్సెస్ అయ్యాను అంటే కారణం నేను ఒక గతంలో యాంథ్రోపాలజిస్ట్గా పనిచేయడమే. ప్రజల అవసరాలు తెలిసాయి, ప్రజల మనస్తత్వాలు తెలుస్తున్నాయి, ప్రజలు దేన్ని ఎక్కువ వాడతారో తెలుస్తున్నాయి. ఇంటెల్ ఇస్ నో ఎక్సెప్షన్. ఎవ్రీ కంపెనీ టార్గెట్స్ youth and women for launching its product, and Intel is no exception, of course, she says. So, anthropologist basically she is, and tactile feedback, tangible feedback, haptic feedback. Users, you communicate with users. Ubiquitous computing and nodes, a term that is. So, this is the total synopsis of the lesson. Why people really love technology, or what people really love about technology. Thank you. This lesson is ended. Good luck.